وإذا قيل لهم اتبعوا ما أنزل الله قالوا بل نتبع ما ألفينا عليه آباءنا وإذا قيل لهم اتبعوا ما أنزل الله قالوا بل نتبع ما ألفينا عليه آباءنا أولو كان آباؤهم لا يعقلون شيئا ولا يهتدون وإذا قيل لهم اتبعوا ما أنزل الله. And when it is said to the people, follow the monotheism and the lawful that Allah has revealed. قالوا بل نتبع ما ألفينا عليه آباءنا. They said, no, rather we follow what we found our fathers upon, because they are better and wiser than you, Muslims. أولو كان آباؤهم لا يعقلون شيئا ولا يهتدون. Do they follow their fathers even if they did not understand anything of the correct religion, and nor were they guided to the truth? That's what they do. They follow their fathers actually with no evidence. A religion is not correct because it's your father's religion. And this even applies to the Muslims. It is not permissible to follow someone in religion. When I say religion here, the word religion in this way means belief. Sometimes you say deen, religion, and it means aqidah, creed. It's not permissible to follow someone in religion without evidence. Now I'm not talking about following madhabs. Qualifications needed to be a mujtahid and not have to follow anyone else but the consensus itself and take directly from the Quran and the Sunnah, those qualifications are too high to demand them of every individual. So the religion pardoned us there. No, but when it comes to knowing the right religion, knowing about your belief in God being correct, and just knowing that your religion is valid or not, this does not require genius level intellect. I had a conversation with a Christian recently. He said, you believe that there is something called intellectually impossible? This means God is weak because God can do anything. He said, my God can do anything. So what he's saying is, even come in the form of a man. I said to him, so you're saying then that your God can be feces that is eaten by the flies and stepped on? So do you think he said yes or no? Of course he did not. He didn't answer the question. He never answered the question. So now you know what I did? I just stuck him there. So I told him, so what about the feces though? He can be feces according to you, according to what you think, what you understand to mean. What able to do anything, has the power to do anything, what that means according to your understanding then means God can be feces eaten by the flies? Would not say yes or no. So I told him, you lost just by virtue of the fact that you will not answer. You made me repeat my question to you so many times. You lose. What's my point here? My point here is that people are able, if they use their minds, to know the invalidity of their religion. This one didn't want to use his mind. He preferred invalid religion. It's not permissible to follow someone in religion without having any evidence for the validity of that religion, even Islam. Although If someone said the Shahada, believing in its meaning and not having any doubt, while at the same time having absolutely not a single evidence in his mind that Islam is the correct religion, he is a Muslim. But he's a sinful Muslim. This is called taqleed fil i'tiqad. This is called mimicking in conviction. It's not even permissible for a Muslim. You must have even the slightest intellectual evidence that your religion is the right religion. Even the simplest. Like you say to yourself, I am existing. Therefore, someone made me. This is so simple here. The one who made me, he can't be like me. So the one who made me must be different from me. This is my God. And that's what Islam says. God is not like anything. This is correct religion. My sound mind testifies to the truthfulness of what this religion has. I am upon the correct religion. قالوا بل نتبع ما ألفينا عليه آباءنا. They said, no, rather we follow what we found our fathers upon. So some of the scholars, they said the child cannot imitate the parent in religion, and the parent cannot imitate the child, and the wife cannot imitate the husband, and the husband cannot imitate the wife. Rather, all pubescent, sane individuals are equal in the obligation of determining the correctness of their religion. أولو كان آباؤهم لا يعقلون شيئا ولا يهتدون. Do they follow their fathers in religion even if their fathers did not understand anything and were not guided? وَمَثَلُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا كَمَثَلِ الَّذِي يَنْعِقُ بِمَا لَا يَسْمَعُ إِلَّا دُعَاءً وَنِدَاءً. And the example of the believer who calls those who disbelieved is like the example of one who calls out to the animal, which does not hear more than a call and a cry. So Allah in this ayah likened the kafir to a beast lacking comprehension. He can hear, but he cannot understand. The dog, the cat, they don't understand you. The sheep, you can talk to them all you want. They don't understand what you are saying. Have no doubt. Yani, you can train them. Yes, you can train them. Then becomes training. They will understand by the repetition, not because they understand what you are saying, not because your words make grammatical sense to them. Your words don't make any grammatical sense to them. They are not comprehending the subject of your sentence and the predicate of your sentence. They are responding to training. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala likened the kafir to such an animal here. The believer is calling the kafir to the right religion, and the kafir is looking at him and hearing him and not processing what he's hearing. وَمَثَلُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا كَمَثَلِ الَّذِي يَنْعِقُ بِمَا لَا يَسْمَعُ. The example of those who disbelieved is like the example of the one who calls out to what does not hear anything more than a call and a cry. صُمٌّ بُكْمٌ عُمْيٌ فَهُمْ لَا يَعْقِلُونَ. Deaf mute, blind, so they do not understand. They do not reason. They do not reason. Summun bukmun deaf. Yani they can hear you, but they don't hear you. And mute. They can speak, but they will not say what's true. Will not say what's true. Those ones, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. They annoy me. They will not say what's true. When I find someone like that, I try, unless I don't feel like it, I try so hard to corner them. And it just astonishes me sometimes how much they will try so hard to not say the truth. And if you finally manage to make the truth come out of them, as they say, like pulling out teeth, you finally manage to pull the truth out of them, they say, okay, now what? They hate it so much. What does it matter now? Now what? Now what? Why it took me so long for you to get? Why it took so long for you to say the truth? Summun bukmun ummi, deaf, mute, and blind from the path of truth. So some of those kuffar, subhanallah. If I'm talking to some of them, I'm looking them in their eyes. I know what I'm looking at. Some of them. When I say some of them right now, I'm talking about some. Not, I know what I'm saying. Some of those kuffar, I know who they are when I'm talking to them. So I know they are these ones. They looking me dead in my face. I'm talking back and forth with them. I'm looking them right back in their face. Subhanallah wa bihamd. It's very amazing. When you see that blankness, it's like there's something not there. Like now you wave your hand in front of someone, hello, anyone home?